Hi, Frangie and Matt Hayes wrapping up day 2 of the SEC Media Days. Ooh, it was crazy today. What stood up?
Pirate.
Yeah, the Pirate was phenomenal.
The Pirate. We had Shane Beamer. It was a lot of fun. I think really the most thing that was, I think highlighted the entire day was Greg Sankey's revealing 21-minute interview where he went over everything and he dove deep on the alliance, on expansion, on the playoff, how everything unfolded. He said stuff he's never said publicly before. So if you want to hear all that info and get into the nuts and bolts of what's going on right now, head over to all of our social sites and check it out. It's a great read or a great listen.
And what we had happen is Matt, because he's covered college football for so long, for Sporting News and Saturday Down South and so many others, is really connected to these guys. Greg Sankey said things because you were here that he probably wouldn't have said ordinarily. So I thought he did a great job of that. I think that really kind of stood out to me as well. I agree with you. The other thing that really kind of got my attention today, I was really impressed with Shane Beamer. Overwhelmingly impressed. What a sharp young coach. I'm now not surprised they were as good as they were, that he's got Spencer Rattler. I was overwhelmingly impressed with Shane Beamer, more than I thought I might be.
Yeah, he's a young guy who's connecting to the kids right now, and he's got a little momentum right now in that program. And again, they have a brutal schedule, but he has revamped that offense. I think last year what he did, they won 7 games with that team that was a really bad offense. 4 different quarterbacks, none of them were really Power 5 worthy quarterbacks. He won 7 games with that team. Now he's got a legit quarterback in Spencer Rattler, who a year ago at this time was the #1 overall pick in everybody's projections, all the analyst projections. He's got that. He's got 2 legit Power 5 wide receivers now. He's got Christian Beal-Smith, the tailback from Wake Forest, who forced Kenneth Walker to go to Michigan State last year. Kenneth Walker then becomes the best tailback in the nation and an All-American. So he's got legit players now.
And all that, we didn't even get to the best team in America, who also was here today, Alabama.
That's true.
Nick Saban was a little bit sedate.
Yeah.
He was humbled a little bit. It was a very interesting Nick Saban. I thought Nick Saban was not brash. He was not outspoken. They're all concerned about NIL. He talked about that. But I thought what really stood out is I think, and Matt said it earlier, laying in the weeds a little bit. He knows he's got a really good team. They're annoyed with how last season went because, God forbid, they finished second. I think Alabama's got a chance. Look out for this year's Alabama team. It was very interesting. The calmest, most sedate Saban I can remember.
I think, and it's kind of the whole process since that championship game. I mean, he's been put in a situation where he's been humbled a little bit, not only by the loss to Georgia, but by the confrontation with Jimbo Fisher and the fact that, Jimbo said such, just really degrading things. He called him a narcissist, said go check in Nick's skeletons in his closet, and I think that hurt him. And I think he's kind of like, all right, it's a little eye-opening right now. It's a little wake-up for him. And he's a guy who tells his players all the time that you do not grow unless you're uncomfortable. Growth comes when you're uncomfortable. Now he's uncomfortable. And I think he's kind of laying in the weeds a little bit. I think they got a really good team. They're going to be a very good team, a tough team to beat this year.
All right, tomorrow, big day, 4 good football teams. Arkansas and Kentucky will really raise their profile. For our purposes, Florida and Georgia. Kirby Smart and Billy Napier. We expect to have them live on radio tomorrow. We're looking forward to it. That's day 2. We wrapped it up with the SEC Media Day.